Hello, hello. Well, today we're going to talk about past simple, how to form affirmative, negative and interrogative sentences. Then the first things we need to know, or the first thing is about when or how we use past simple. The first thing is to tell about something that happened in the past. Once, Romans used coins to trade. To tell about something that happened several times in the past. Vikings always navigated to new lands. And to tell about something that was true for some time in the past. Shakespeare wrote plays for several years. To form the past tense, we need to understand first that there are two kinds of verbs. Regular verbs, where we add ed at the end in the past, like talked, worked, and washed, and irregular verbs. They change their form in past, like swam, thought, or drove. These are some spelling rules for regular past verbs. If a verb ends in E, we add a D. Decide, change to decided. If a verb ends in consonant plus Y, change Y to I and add ed. Study, change to studied. If a verb ends in vowel plus a Y, we add ed. Enjoy, change to enjoyed. If a verb ends in a consonant, vowel consonant, CVC pattern, double the final consonant and add ed. Stop, change to stopped. For all other verbs, add ed. Talked, change to talked. Then we can write affirmative, negative, and interrogative sentences in past just like we have in example. Then, unlike the present tense, we had to change the verb in different persons. We don't need to do that in the past tense. Then worked is going to be worked with all the persons, all the personal pronouns. Then to make a negative, we need to add this particle didn't or the auxiliary verb, and is going to function for all the personal pronouns. And interrogative is going to be exactly the same. Then if you see there is a little change, then in affirmative we're writing the verb in past, I worked. But with the negative and interrogative form we change because we add an auxiliary verb in past, which is the conjugated verb. The next verb is going to be in the base form. Then didn't is in past and work is in base form. And it's going to happen the same with the interrogative part. Did is in past and the verb work is in base form. Then this is a regular verb. Let's see an example with an irregular verb. Then we have I swam, you swam, he swam. We don't change the conjugation with the different persons. The negative we add didn't, like we did in the other one. And swim is going to be in the base form, not in the past, in the base form. And then with the interrogative it's going to happen the same. We're going to add the auxiliary verb in past and the verb in the base form. And then if you see, it's pretty simple. Then I write I swam, affirmative. Then I just add the auxiliary verb to make my negative. I didn't swim. And to make the interrogative, I just write the auxiliary verb at the beginning of the sentence. Then guess, are these regular or irregular verbs? What do you see? Then if you say they are regular, you are correct. Now guess, Are these regular or irregular verbs? And if you say they are irregular, you are correct. Now, to form a sentence in past, we follow the next formula. First, for the affirmative, we're going to write the person plus the action, or we can call it verb, in past, plus more information. Then we have the person I, my action in past worked, and more information for his mom. The same is going to be with the other persons. She swam for a competition. Gina and Rose went to high school. Then we have the person or persons doing the action in past, and more information. And this is the affirmative. Let's see what happened in the negative. Then, to form a negative, we add the person plus our auxiliary verb didn't, the action in base form or the verb in base form, plus more information. Then I didn't work for his mom. Then if you see didn't, negative is in red. She didn't swim for a competition, and Gina and Rose didn't go to high school. If you see, these sentences are exactly the same, like in the same order than the last examples, but we are adding here our negative, and our verb is not in past anymore. It's in base form. It means it is not conjugated. And what happened with the interrogative? Well, with the interrogative, we write the auxiliary verb did at the beginning, plus the person, plus our action or verb in base form, plus more information. Don't forget to add the question mark. Then we have, did I work for his mom? Did I swim for a competition? Did Gina and Rose go to high school? Then again, we are writing the auxiliary verb in past, but our verb stays in base form. And if you see, it's pretty simple. Now, if you don't know if a verb is regular or irregular, I recommend you to use reverso conjugación. In this page, you can write the name of the verb, like dance, go, work, study, any verb, and you're going to see the verb conjugated in past, present, past perfect, any tense you need, and you're going to know if it's regular or irregular and how it's conjugated. And I strongly recommend this. Then it's going to be placed in the box of comments. The link is going to be placed in the box of comments in case you need further information. And resources I used for this as British Council is a library and reverso conjugación. And I hope this video has been helpful for you. Thank you very much. Bye bye.